So the first thing that I want to show is I want to demonstrate to you about the EAP workflow and how this EAP workflow is going to work once we implement this, and hopefully we can do this quickly. I've set it up in a test environment here to show it to you. What this would look like would be that Laura would be able to go down and collect the packets. She could bring the packets back up to her office and then go ahead and use this. We've designed what we call a waiting room in Point and Click, which is a way for us to make appointments without having it to put it in anyone's schedule. And so what she could do is every Friday, I've created a schedule template. So you'll notice that the EAP clearance has nothing on Thursdays and Wednesdays and the rest of the days of the week, but every Friday we can put in a schedule. I've put the what we're looking at now is 5-minute increments, and I've designed the EAP clearances to each take up 10 minutes. All of this is variable. I just wanted to show you the workflow involved. So basically what she would do is she would put in an appointment, for instance, as she gets another name in here. She can look up the patient and pick the patient's name out, and these are not real patients. And right now I've put this in the Department of Nursing and embedded into Clinic 3. We don't have to keep it this way, but the reason that I thought nursing would be a good idea is because the pick lists are a lot shorter in nursing than they are in primary care, and because Alice and Miley are also part of the nursing department, it would give them access to do all of this. So the appointment would actually be made. So if I'm Laura right now, so I'm going to make this appointment in here. And then what I'm going to do as Laura is I'm going to right click on this appointment, and I'm going to check in every appointment in which I have paperwork for. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say that I'm going to this was for today. This panel was for today, but it would let her check this patient in early as well. So if she's putting Mondays in for that following Friday, it would allow her to check it in early. This one, it thinks it's late since it's today already. So I would go to Open Chart if I were Laura, and I would go to this patient's encounter note, and here I would see that I have my link for this EAP clearance. And I'm still Laura right now. I'm gonna click and share this encounter note, and this is mapped to the EAP clearance online that is a standardized template within UCOP's template library. So Laura can come in here and she can quickly type in here the program name, and I will just throw in some information here. University of Brazil, and we'll say this is for fall, or this is for spring of 2013, or I think maybe it would be fall. And then she's done her part completely, and so she's just going to click save. Okay, and once that's saved, she can go back in here and do the next one. And so at the end of the day, all of these will show with a red bar here, which means that they are checked in. So she would be able to check the patient in and then go ahead and go to Open Chart and fill in that small piece of information. Now, what will happen then is that whenever Miley or Alice are ready to go in and do their part of it, they would be able to come here to their organization view and go to visit tracking, and we're going to say I want to see all incomplete notes, and I want to see them all in the nursing department. And you can pick a date range. So if I were to pick March 1st through, and I can go into the future, because remember, we'll have these into the future as well, for whatever weeks you want to look at. So for instance, if you're today, you want to finish the ones for today and you want to look at the ones for next week, you could do that. If you wanted to look at the ones from last week, you could also do that as well. So you'd click search, and you'd of course get a long list, and you would be able to use this visit type right here to sort all of the EAP clearances together. And once you have them sorted together, you could basically just go down the line. So then you can just go ahead and double click onto all of the patients that say started, because you know that those patients have been already touched and an encounter has been opened by Laura. So you can double click on them, and when you scroll down into this patient's notes, under incomplete encounter documentation, you'll see the note that was started by Laura. So you'll click this, and you'll assume the note. You'll still have, of course, their paperwork in front of you, and you will be able to clear this patient, as well as add, you can click any of these other check boxes, or you cannot clear the patient. It's very simple, and if you did want to add in notes, there is a at the top here where it says sections, you can always drop in an additional nursing notes section, and that would give you the ability to type additional notes in here. And so you would be able to put more information in there as you find necessary. And then you'd be able to come down to your encounter code. You'd be able to bill your health history review online. That would be part of your pick list. You'd be able to come into diagnosis. We have a category here called EAP. We'd be able to click on EAP, say OK. And if all of that is done, then theoretically you would be done with this portion of it, and you'd be able to sign your note. So you could come in the top right corner and click sign your note. You'd be able to put in your password, and then you can actually CC this note here, and you could send a copy of this note to Laura so that she could keep track of the follow-up and knows to either collect the forms back from you and take them to medical records, or contact the patient, and then further communication can be done either with a miscellaneous template or even as an addendum to this template. And we'd click OK. Okay, and now this note would be in their visits and notes. It would be marked as an EAP clearance note, and you would have the information in here electronically. We will also scan them. We will scan all of their paperwork and attach it to this encounter as well. So their scanned documents will be available within this encounter. And so that's the proposal for having the EAP clearances work online. Next year, of course, we'd look into actually sending the confidential health history over a secure message and receiving that back into their chart, and that would make the process easier than it is now. We will meet next Tuesday, and we will discuss this process a little more. Just wanted everyone to have an idea of what to expect before we got into it.